Hi guys, it's me, Jeannie, the Witch of Boise, and I'm here to do your pick a card reading today for the full moon in Sagittarius that's happening on Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. If you happen to find this after that date, before it, whenever, it is a timeless reading. So just check it out and see if there's a message that's here for you. So before we begin, make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe. Also comment below, tell me which one you chose and if it resonated with you. These are general readings, so if it doesn't resonate with you, don't try to make it. There's a total of 3 different choices, and you can watch all 3 of them and kind of pick out different messages throughout all of those messages. And again, it's whatever applies to you. So if you are interested in your own tarot reading, go over to my website, witchofboise.com, and book your reading today. I also do personalized monthly tarot forecasts on there as well. So go to my website and check that out. Also, if you want to see what I am up to, go to my Instagram. That is where I'm most active. It's Witch of Boise, all one word. And I do cards of card of the day every single day in my Instagram stories. So go check me out. All right, so like I said, this is for the full moon in Sagittarius. This full moon that's coming up is also on the cusp of Capricorn as well. So that's kind of a cool energy that's happening. So let's kind of go over our choices. Oh, before I do the choices, there's going to be 3 different stones. Now, what I did is I shuffled into my Oracle deck for the stones, and then I correlated it with the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. So anything that was for Sagittarius, a stone that's listed under that, that is what I chose. So that's where these stones are coming from. All right, so let's begin. Our first choice is Labradorite. Second choice is the Amethyst. And then the third choice is Pink Tourmaline. Tourmaline. All right, so 1, 2, 3, pick a card, any card. We're gonna start with number 1, which is that Labradorite. In this deck, it's about taking action. Very cool. So also in the Crystal Bible, it shows Labradorite is a protector stone. It brings in positive energy, transformation, and it shows and helps with spiritual purpose as well. So really beautiful energy that's happening. You had 3 songs that came up during this reading. The first song was Michael A. Grammar by Broadcast. The second one was Super 16 by New. And then the third is I'm In It by Kanye West. And those might have additional messages that might go with this reading. So you can definitely read those lyrics or check them out, listen to them, whatever you prefer. All right, so an overall energy that's happening right now, we have number 49, and it's salmon, and it's actually in the reverse. So what that means is that it's being kind of reckless, and the recklessness may have kept you from going and achieving your goals. It might even be putting like a stop to your goals because of recklessness and not following through with what you want. You might be finding yourself that you're being more of a follower than actually listening to yourself, listening to your intuition, and listening to your own wisdom. So that might be where this like reckless behavior is coming from. It could be like peer pressure too. So let's see what our tarot cards have to say about that. It's very interesting energy because we have that take action and then this kind of like, you're not really taking action. So this is the time to do it. Okay, so we have 8 of Cups. The Hierophant in this deck, it's the High Priest. Then we have the King of Wands. And then the Page of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So there's definitely a message that's going to be coming to you. And this might be like the thing that starts to click to get out of this like follower energy, this recklessness, this kind of like, I feel honestly like there's something that happened in the past, and it's like what keeps coming to mind is like drinking like a fish. It's like you're doing something where it is just not good for you, and you know it is, and it's almost like a coping energy. But the good thing though is that you're recognizing and it's taking action with that Labradorite. You're taking action of stopping that behavior, or at least slowing it down to kind of see what happens. And I think you're realizing that you've been really covering this pain that's happened in your past, and you're now really starting to examine it. And I think for some of you, this is like a more recent thing. Could be like a recent breakup. But for some of you, it might not be. It might be a total, like, really, really early, like, it's happened a long time ago, and you're now actually processing it. And you're moving forward from it because you've actually learned from this. And I think this is also another thing where it can be for some of you, where you're realizing it, you're kind of getting out of this reckless behavior. But I think also for the other half is that you have moved forward out of it, and you're almost getting this sense of freedom. And so it's like this bright fire that's happening where you're like, I just want to like go kind of nuts. Like I'm free. And sometimes when you get that energy where you're feeling free and not confined and anything like that, you kind of go nuts. I get it. I went to Catholic school for my freshman year of high school, and then I went to public school for the rest of my high school career. And I remember coming back and going to public school the first time. I went a little crazy because you feel like you're not so confined and restricted. So it's that kind of energy that's happening. And there's this message that's coming through that's going to be coming to you. And it's very much like signified with that Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And it's coming towards you. And it's going to be something that is going to be an offer of some sort. And this can be two different things or the same thing. This can be an offer, but this is also something that's going to be tugging on your heartstrings. So it's going to be something that's really heartfelt. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be necessarily love. It can be something that's really hurtful, that really hurt you. And it could be an energy that you're wanting to just kind of just chill, you know? It's like you just, it's really, it's something that's reflecting on the past. It's something that's reflecting on the past that's coming to you where you're like, it might be like, oh, you hurt me. You know, it's coming from like accountability. That's what's like coming into my mind, where it's like you have to be accountable for it. So that's the two options that are happening, but this can be also a proposal. Now I'm going to just put you on pause just really quick. My ice machine's going to start making noise. Okay, sorry about that. I get so distracted with background noises and you probably don't even hear it, but oh man. Okay, so let me get your oracle cards out. So your first card is Volcano Vitality. And then you have Dragonfly Emergence. So I feel like that there is this like energy, this fiery energy. And like I said before, this fiery volatility, I keep pronouncing it wrong. It either has come out in the past or it's coming out now that you're moving away from the past. So take it as it applies to your life, but I think you're really starting to emerge out of this. This is something where it's just that like moment of freedom, especially if it's the after, where you're like now getting out of it. And this is also just for the people that this was in the before all of this, it's emerging out of that. So you know that you're on the path of healing and you're on the path of truly moving forward and letting go, and you're emerging from it. Now with Dragonfly too, this is also a Dragonflies are symbolism of illusions as well. So it's don't get caught up in the illusion of things. And this is going to be coming from that message that I was talking about earlier. Don't get caught up into the illusion of what it may be. Especially if you're like, for example, if you're thinking like an ex is coming back or someone's coming towards you and they do, and you're like putting all of this stuff that has happened on the back burner and you're just like, oh, this is what I've always wanted, you know, that kind of energy. No, that's an illusion. So you have to make sure that you are really in the present moment and clear-headed. All right, then we have Damara, which is guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Now, I'm really getting that inner child energy too. So it's like you're helping your inner child, and this is like that moving forward from it. And then you have Freya, which is bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. This is really corresponding with that King of Wands energy, which is a very bold, fiery, passionate energy as well. And it is spontaneous, adventurous. You just want to make sure that you aren't going too crazy, but enjoy it. Enjoy that like freedom, that boldness, that beautiful energy. And then you have Hearth, which is happiness in hearts and homes. So this tells me that there's something that's happening that was moving away. It's going to be really affecting your home life in a really positive way. All right. And then we have Neptune, number 10, and that's sacrifice. And I think you've sacrificed a lot, like leading up to this energy. And I think some of you might have to sacrifice even relationships and things like that in order to move forward, that you need to take that action. So just keep that in mind, where there might be a sacrifice that is happening in your life, but this is going to be ultimately for the best. It's going to get rid of this, like that really volcano energy, that fiery energy that's happening, that's a little bit chaotic. Just keep that in mind. And Neptune's also about illusions too. So that's another thing that you just need to be watching out for. So don't just get caught up in it. All right. And then you got Divine Destiny. The Divine Warrior is within you, helping you to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be by bringing more wisdom, focus, or intelligence, or surrendering to the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. So this is just telling you, like, you're on this path of healing, and that is a really hard path, but it is so worth it in the end. And so it's just know that you might be going through a difficult time, but it's coming to an end as well. All right, and then we have Divine Sisterhood. Letting the Divine Feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you, and whom you can help, too, as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. So it's not getting so stuck on the past too, and that you're moving forward to connect and get new connections with people and sisterhood and things like that. And this is also something that can be like with that childhood energy as well. All right, guys, that is it for number 1. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Let me know if it resonates with you. We are on to number 2, which is Amethyst, and that is meditation. So also in the Crystal Bible, Amethyst is an energetic tranquilizer, love energy. It opens you up to an alternative reality, and it's love to the divine. Now, you had 2 songs that came on during your reading, and you can definitely listen to them or read the lyrics for additional messages. The first one is Wonder Boy by Tenacious D, and the second one, Ain't It Strange by Dr. Dog. Okay, and then your kind of overall energy that's happening right now for that full moon in Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, is number 52, Black Panther, but is actually in the reverse. And that What that means is that there's nothing is just black and white, and you need to stop looking at that it's black or it's white, you know, it's this or it's that. There's definitely gray areas, and you need to start looking at that. And it's time to do some cleansing as well. And it's removing negative aspects that are happening in your life. And I think things are going to start to get into that, but definitely need to make sure that there's gray areas that happens. Okay, so your tarot cards are the Moon, the Chariot, and the Emperor. So it's all major arcanas, big energy that's happening. Then you have the Eight of Swords. So really cool energy that is happening with you guys for that full moon in Sagittarius. So there's something that is happening where it's not clear. There is an illusion. There is something that's like shape-shifting. There's something that's happening where it doesn't appear what it actually is. So you have to make sure that you are very cautious with this moving forward. And this is also, anytime I get the moon, it's usually, for me, it's tarot saying, I'm not gonna tell you a whole lot. You have to experience something yourself, and tarot is not going to help you with that. You have to experience that. So just keep that in mind. But there's a really cool energy that's happening where you are moving forward and you're being really successful at it. This really needs to be in that cleansing energy where you're trying to remove negative aspects, but it's also like within ourselves, we know that there's positive points of ourselves and there's negative points. And this is how you're going to be able to move forward, is accepting both of those. And you're going to be moving and being very successful with that. And you're leading your life as a fair and protector and a fair leader. So it's a really beautiful energy that's happening for you. And I think some of you have been really struggling with maybe even thoughts of like you're not feeling sufficient enough, or you know, you're just like negative talk about yourself, and that energy is starting to fall down. So it's just realizing that the only thing that's making you stuck is you. And so you're realizing I'm the only thing that's holding me back. So you're starting to let those walls down and be able to move forward. All right, then you have Wolf, which is instinct. So this is the time to really be trusting your instincts, especially with this moon energy where there's that illusionary, I don't know what this is. You need to really be trusting your instincts on things. And then you have Mountain, which is strength. And so you're going to be having to use a lot of strength and instinct. So just really rely on that energy. And these are also symbols that if you see them, it's going to really hone in on this whole reading for you. Then you have Mother Mary. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So it's just knowing, it's almost like accepting that this victory that's happening, that's in the works, and that you're moving forward is going to be happening. And it's just that acceptance, and let it go. Don't hold on to it. Let it go, because then it's going to come right back. All right, then you have the Skull of Darkness, which is blind spots. And I think that this is really resonating on that wolf energy and the moon. And it's just understanding that there's some blind spots that maybe you are subconsciously not wanting to pay attention to, but it's something that you need to really be shining a light on and seeing, because that's going to really illuminate like what is being hidden from you, what is actually happening here, and not just what is being shown to you. And then we have number 22, Capricorn, I use. Now this is a couple different things. So Capricorn can be in your chart. This can be in a chart of a relationship or something that might be resonating with you on this. But the I use is something where it's just kind of like a red flag for me in that, where this is something where you need to be really looking at that negative cleansing. This is that Black Panther in reverse, where it's who's using you. Are they there for you? Do they really care about you? Do they really want to be around you, or are they using you? So it's just something to really be aware of, and that's going to really start to clear up this energy, that moon energy. All right, and then we have stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being, free to be you. Beautiful energy, and I totally feel like that is what is happening with that, especially with that Emperor energy. It's just kind of like, it's clearing the blind spots. It's clearing the stuff, like it's like almost spring cleaning in a sense, but clearing out the cobwebs in the corner that you just don't normally see, but you're really kind of being like, you know what, this is not doing good for me. So it's that kind of energy that's happening. All right, guys, that is it for that reading. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if you chose this one and if it resonates with you. We are on to number 3, which is Pink Tourmaline, and that is forgiveness. Now, in the Crystal Bible, it shows that pink tourmaline is an aphrodisiac. Ooh, ooh la la. It attracts love and peace, and it's a relaxation stone, and it's connecting wisdom and compassion. Really beautiful energy. Now, you had 2 songs that came on. You can either listen to them or read their lyrics for additional messages. The first one is Gangnam Style by Psy. And then it was Every Thought I Thought of You by Me Without You. But I love that Gangnam Style. Oh, 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 oh. So good. Okay, I'm just getting your cards out. Beautiful. Okay. So your overall energy right now is the 28 armadillo in the reverse, and this is for your full moon in Sagittarius message. So what that means with it being in the reverse is it's stop hiding and avoiding situations, and this is not going to help you with your growth. And it's just know that you are always protected if you have put down proper boundaries. So you have to make sure you have those healthy boundaries in place. All right, for your tarot cards, you have the 9 of Pentacles, you have the 8 of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune, and in this deck, it's the Wheel of Year, but it's in the reverse, and then you have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so there's an energy that's here where some of you are single, and some of you may not be. But it's like you're really in your oneness. And this is whether you're single or not. You're in your oneness. You're really feeling yourself. I think that you're getting past things. You're letting down your walls. You're understanding that you're the one that's holding yourself back. And so you're ready to move forward. You're ready to receive and do what you intend to do. And know that you're not dragging yourself down. And there's really some big like foundation building energy that's happening, and it could be even celebrations. This can be for some of our single friends, even getting together with someone, but it's going to be really, really awesome. Like just really beautiful energy that's happening, and you just need to let it flow. The problem that I am totally feeling, because we have like that forgiveness, we have the armadillo in reverse, is that you're feeling this oneness, but it's like not being able to let go. It's like you have to be in control at all times. And this needs to end. You need to let go and let things start to unfold naturally and quickly. Things are going to start to happen how you want them to. So you have to let go of control of things. Let the universe unfold as it needs to. Then we have waterfall, which is effortless. And that's what is going to happen once you let go of this control, is that things are going to be effortless. Things are going to start to happen, and they're going to happen quickly, and it's going to be super easy. Then you have meadow, which is vulnerability. This is another one where this is, you have to make sure that those healthy boundaries are in place, because that's what helps protect you. But it also, you don't want a wall that's so high, because then you're not showing that vulnerability. And vulnerability leads to authenticity. And it really does attract beautiful connections, and the right people for your energy will come to you once you learn how to be vulnerable. But again, set up those boundaries. Because if you're vulnerable all the time, you don't have healthy boundaries, then you're out of luck, and you're going to get used and abused. All right, then you have Rhiannon, which is sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And I totally feel like this is what is going to happen. You have to let go of that control, though. You have to let go of it. Then you have Maeve, which is cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So just know that things are in a cycle. So if you feel like you've been down, you're going to come back up. And the thing is that if you feel really good, and I feel like a lot of you are feeling really, really good with that, especially that full moon in Sagittarius energy, just know that it is going to come down. So just enjoy it. Like, have the best time and live it up. And then you have Diana, focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So it's understanding what are your goals? What are your goals, and go with it. It's really difficult for some people, but if you have that intention, keep going for it. Then you have werewolf, which is exploring wildness. Very cool. And this is such Sag energy too, where you don't have to be, it's just letting go of that control. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be, well, I have to do this because this situation or whatnot. Just be wild. Like, just let it go. And let the universe do its thing, and just let your hair down and have fun and explore that wild side of yourself. And I think you might be surprised how much energy is going to start to come, because you're letting go. You're letting go of that constraint. All right, then you have 40, water element, and that's sensing. So you're sensing that you are definitely on the cusp of something really, really big. And it might be even that you are so in touch with your emotions that you're starting to feel almost like psychic abilities and things like that. And that's what's happening, where you just gotta let it happen. Don't control it. Let it come to you. Things are going to start to make a lot more sense once you do that. Then you have 23, and that is Aquarius. I know. And that's the same thing, where it's letting go. You're going to know things that are going to be happening, and it's that manifestation, and you're just sensing it, and you know it, and it's going to happen. So just get in with that energy, and especially Sag energy, the luckiest sign there is, because it's ruled by Jupiter. It's gonna be really, really cool. But you gotta let go of that control, baby. All right, then you have soul retrieval. And this is Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. Really, really cool energy. And that is also maybe a trauma response with that. I have to control things. And it's just knowing that you need to start healing yourself. And where is this control energy coming from? And let's find a way of healing that in order to get to that healing process. I mean, healing is so hard, and it can be so exhausting, but it is so worth it in the end, for real. All right, and then you have Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakened and growing now. You have divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you're being divinely protected. Now that is also kind of the same energy with the armadillo, which is knowing that you are being divinely protected and that you can experience things. You can experience new relationships, new situations, things like that, and just know that you are being protected. And it's just knowing that you are going to be getting those spiritual abilities. Let go of the control and let it come to you. All right, guys, that is it for that reading. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if you chose this or if it resonated with you. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. If you want to see what I'm up to on a regular basis, go check out my Instagram. My handle is Witch of Boise, all one word. If you want to get your own tarot reading or a personalized monthly tarot forecast, go over to my website, witchofboise.com, for details and to book. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you soon.